What's up, potheads and political junkies? Can you see and hear us now?
Is there anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? Pass this off to Britt on production. It's me, Jeremiah, with Redbeard at the Karma Cup in Toronto. Yay, now we're working.
Cannabis Culture News Live.
Take two. That's right. So, good to see you, Pod TV, here at the Karma Cup in Toronto at Planet Paradise. A vapor lounge that I've never been to, fairly new. The beard hasn't been here either. Oh, first time. And hopefully you can hear us okay and see us okay. If you have any problems, tell us. I can see the chat window right below me here. So things are going very well. We're going to soon have a judges pack for you guys. Here, I'm showing off the Karma Cup logo, media pass. Sarah Sunday has graciously invited us and flown us out here at Pod TV to be here. Jody and Mark, too. That's right.
The whole crew's here.
We're all here. And right now, she's off getting us one of the major judges packs. Oh, and here she is.
Look at this.
Oh, my God. Wow. Holy. This thing's like a duffel bag.
Nice presentation, Sarah.
Wow.
Kudos. Everything you've done is such great presentations.
Show that off.
Yeah.
Crazy. So Sarah, you should come and sit down with me and we'll do the interview.
Yes, come on over, so I'll cover the...
Wow, Sarah, I didn't expect this. Like the massive satchel. This thing is crazy. Hi, Sarah Sunday. It's going very well. How are you? How's the cup going so far? Brittany, don't be afraid to get a little closer in on us if you can, because I just want to be able to hear us okay. If you guys have problems seeing or hearing, let us know. Yeah, Brittany's going on her knees here. Nice. Thanks, Britt. Sorry. So, Sarah, can I unbox, or should we do that? Or so tell us how it's going so far, and how is it as planned? Any problems? All good?
I think there's always something that happens. So, but in reality, it's all very minor. And yeah, I've got some lessons learned, but I'm pretty happy with how it's going.
Very cool. So it looks like
we've got an amazing selection this year. It'll be very impressive.
Tell us about, you have over 100 entries, and that includes 100 actual marijuana strain entries and stuff as well.
Yeah, there's 100 marijuana type entries, like edibles, topicals, buds,
shatters, and those things. Yeah.
And then there's 17 glass entries.
Wow, that is epic.
There's over 60 competitors this year.
And last year, how many? What was the number last year?
There was 79 entries, and I think there was maybe 25 competitors.
Wow.
So it's a huge increase.
That makes this the biggest strain judging competition in Canadian history. But does it, what about other, I've never actually heard of another contest that has had
About like 600 last year. 600. But they don't, I don't think they do individual samples like we do. It's a little different thing when you're judging.
Yeah. Yeah, see.
But as a cup that actually gives out individual samples, we've probably got the most.
Yeah.
I'd like if somebody could let us know.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys know about any cups that are glorious, we'd love to go to them, so tell us about it. Yeah. So, wow, Sarah, can we walk through the thing and tell us what this is? Like, this one is, I just took the first thing out of the bag, and it's a bag itself. And it's full of, oh, wow.
Yeah, this
white,
is
brown chocolate.
You add your own shatter to this mix, and it makes really tasty edibles with basically no work. And it's designed to work with pot and cover the taste.
Wow, that's very cool. So it's like a pre-made mix, essentially.
Yes, it's like a cake mix of some kind.
So that's not part of the entries. These are just extras.
Yes, these are swag bags. Everything in this bag here is swag bag stuff. Right?
Cool.
It was the bag.
Awesome. Yeah, here, let's see what else we got in the swag bag then. Crop King. Oh, stuff from Kyle. Crop King. What do we got in there? Seeds and such?
A lot of stuff. He's very generous.
Yes.
Here, let me help you out.
Okay, here, I was just going to say if there's something we should take actually out of here.
Well, there's
look at that.
seeds and that bud container, and I think there's a lighter. Yeah, there's
Yeah, I don't have enough
stickers.
arms.
Good job, Kyle.
Yeah.
Crop King.
Thank you,
Crop
Kyle.
King's the man. And what else we got in here? Wow. Oh, lots of stuff. Pictures, swag, all sorts.
Contests.
Oh, a mini smoker's guide.
Yeah, it's like a tippies
That's hilarious.
with little facts and stuff about him.
I know this guy. He's a good guy. The guy who makes this.
I met him
His
too.
partner's here tonight.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Yeah, he took us out for dinner.
Yeah.
Jody, remember the guy from Smoker's Guide took us out for dinner?
That's right.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. I actually brought these with me on the airplane. Yeah, Johnny B. Always laughing at it. There we go. I wonder if Johnny B's in the chat. Or in the, is that watching this in my Seaball? That's cool. So, should we take every single thing out? I mean, good lord, there's just so much stuff. Maybe some of the more notable items or something like this. There's so much stuff.
Anything
you see in there that you want to make note of? Man, there's a ton of
there's tons of
stickers.
There's a grinder card.
I love those.
I'm looking to see whether there's
silicone.
I made a custom rolling paper.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, my friends at Pure Hemp.
Wow, jumbo pack.
Yeah, it's got tips. Size.
Wow, you really pay attention to the details. That's pretty cool.
It's fun. There's a free gram of weed and a free gram of shatter.
A free gram from Canada-wide dispensary. And shatter.
A bomb, a body bomb. There's lots of seasoning.
Meat rub.
BC Budgie Island.
Love those BC Budgie packs.
Medman. Dynafem seeds.
Jeez. This is the biggest swag bag I've
On
seen.
the lake, grinder card. There's lots of lighters. Paper Central. Cannabis Growers of Canada.
It is like a Christmas bag, says Ralgash.
Basically hit the highlights. I don't have one of the first ones. I'm going to have one of mine. You don't have. So rectify that situation.
I want one of those, definitely. Now, here's the real deal. Look at this thing. It's a damn tray. Or there's multiple trays.
Two trays.
Okay.
And there's a bag of edibles.
There's some edibles, so let's get that out there first. Edibles and tacos. So we have, looks like popcorn. Oh yeah, baby, that's my favorite. Wow, lots of stuff there. Holy crap. This is heavy.
Yes.
Like, this is really heavy. And so I'm assuming it's...
Package was 3.6 kilos or something like that.
And how, so, do you know the numbers off by heart for all the different entries? I mean, we don't, okay. I have a list of them on right in front of us
Yeah,
here, so.
I mean, like, I know what he wanted. I don't actually remember half the details. This is confidential, so I don't know.
I will go actually to our site and I will get that up for
tell
people.
you any information. It's secret.
Of course, that's right. So let's talk about that, Sarah. Now, one of the things when I was interviewing you before you were talking about is how you have paid a lot of attention to the anonymity of the samples, keeping that very secret. Why is that so important?
Well, it's just a blind competition. The whole point is that judging it on its merits and its marketing, it's nothing complicated. It's just the quality of the item. So I like to have integrity and allow the competition to remain untouched by any standards. Every one of these cups has so many standards.
Yes. Well, that's what makes them fun, though, Sarah. The scandals.
This one is all hybrids and indicas.
Okay, hybrids, indicas.
The next tray is all sativas, and then all the hash.
Wow. And here, I'm just going to go down the list, actually, because I do have one here. I just wanted to tell them the actual breakdown, because you gave me a really nice list of all the which I put in the press release. And so we can talk about that. Yeah. And so did the press contact you? Did anybody get a hold of you or anything?
No, I did not receive any calls. I actually had a block call.
Block call? Weird. Well, we'll send them out again to the CBC. I sent them basically to everyone.
It's all good.
So, yeah.
We're just a weird competition.
Yeah. Well, Vice, I tell you that Vice is
Election is on.
I don't know if I told you that Vice is
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
I'm
David.
super excited.
Yeah. David didn't have the
It's
Vice.
on the list. It's on the media
He's
list.
going to have a crew with him, too.
Oh, I love it. That's what I want to hear.
And so he said he'll have the crew for tomorrow.
Okay,
He's going to
perfect.
try and get him for Sunday, too. Yeah.
Sunday, that's the
Yeah, I know. I told him all that. So he said that because of the election, it might be harder to get people closer to it. So, but man, there's a lot of, so we can see all the little packs of shatters and everything. Yeah, exactly. We have lots of cameras. And And Chris is going to be recording the whole thing from Vapor Central, so you guys can watch the entire Karma Cup weekend on the front page of Pot.tv. Go and check that out. If you don't see it in the little box on the corner, click on the main story, and it'll be in that story because that's the Vapor Central feed. So I think Chris is going to put all the VC feed rather than the Pot TV feed. He usually does, but I'll try and convince him to put on the Pot TV feed. It doesn't really matter. You guys know where to find us. So. Yes.
I keep saying Pot TV.
Yes. Well, it's all they'll find all the.
All those people back home, they want to watch the boards and see if they want to.
Exactly. No, it's going to be fun. Yes. Yeah, exactly, because that's kind of bragging rights, man. And speaking of, Redbeard made the trophies themselves.
Yeah.
And what are they, Redbeard? Tell us about them.
Pretty fantastic. Yeah, it's the same design as last year. It's a functional cup. There's two arms coming up. But this year I added downspout so they function for hair. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. And it's one of the privilege to work on. Everything she's done is very professional. There's nothing wrong with it. We talk about everything. And it's good contract. Yeah. Yeah, me too. So we work well together. No, thank you. Great event. Yeah.
So I just wanted to read here. The actual breakdown is 15 indica, 12 sativa, 19 hybrid strains, 7 butter strains, 5 solventless, 18 edibles, 9 topical, as well as 17 heady glass liquors. Wait, is there a shatter missing? Oh yes, 15 shatter as well. So 15 shatter. Like how the hell are we going to get through? You're never going to be able to get through.
You will need
We're
assistance.
going to have to work on it.
We will do
We have
this
to
together, sir.
document the entire
Yes.
process.
Luckily, you are a member of the team.
That's right. We have a big team with us. A lot of lungs. And Brittany basically smoked half herself, so. So, yeah, I'm excited to dip into some of this stuff. Yeah, the popcorn. Oh, man, see, I don't want to get into any of the edibles because if I get into the edibles, I won't even be awake. I'll
do
just
that
be,
last.
Yes, I'll be knocked the fuck out.
Yes, last.
Yeah.
Before bed. Some of them are quite strong, but they all pass the 100 milligrams test.
Oh, they do.
Yes, I have testing back and everything.
Oh, so tell us about the testing. Okay, tell us about the testing.
No. Not till Sunday after. It's all secret. I can just tell you that everything passed. They all scrolled heavy metals, all that stuff passed.
You should have the failed category.
Another level of
The most mold.
kind of raising the bar.
I would say so. Well, and let's talk about that, Sarah. This raising the bar comes with some labeling of eliteness, you could say. This is called the elite cup, or the elite competition. So why? Why is it elite?
Well, we're dealing with that
Yeah.
so the best we've ever done. sounds like wow, that lovely.
This is different. I like where you're going with this because it's an interesting, and this is something that others aren't doing. You know, usually people have kind of a whole idea that it's open to everyone, whatever, but I kind of, the Playboy Mansion analogy is kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, why would you do that? Why? Why would you do that?
And some people would criticize that.
There have been a couple critics.
Here.
Did they criticize first class travel too?
Who wants it?
I would definitely not say it was fair. So yeah, I'm just glad I'm invited.
It's my party.
I can clap.
Hell yeah, Australia. I like it.
In the end, I'm stopped worrying about making everybody else happy and just trying to like privacy. It's one of the decisions where I was like, I don't know what to chat about. I want to be alive and think about the situation. About putting myself in their place and trying to make a decision. And not
But and each cup is different, of course. Some of them are kind of spread apart at different venues. This one's at 2 different venues. We have it here and then others have both cruises and the other things that they do. Why is it you prefer to keep it to a lower key sort of thing instead of having like bands and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, you do? Yes. This is just the kickoff part. Do not read the graphic.
I only read it from the address.
You're such a jerk.
Which graphic?
I don't know. I see what you might do.
Oh, I saw that one. Yes,
On the
yes.
back of the kickoff party,
Oh, cool.
Central Gala,
Nice.
awards.
You were being very secretive. I didn't know what exactly was happening
I
at
just,
Maple Central.
less people, I have that graphic myself. Details, all the stuff that's going on screen.
It's on my phone. Why don't we get it up right this very moment? We can go over it.
Well, actually, just omit the place names.
Okay. Omit the place names? Oh, I already told them where it is. Yeah. Sorry. Shit. They will let him in the front door, will they?
Well, it's less people that have to deny it.
Well, it is a closed event. It's,
I don't like to. We have all sorts of food parties here tonight. They got lots of
Yeah. Apparently our sound is a little hard to hear because the music is in here. So yeah, any closer you can get, the better.
and we can ask them.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe ask if we can turn it down to ever so
Okay,
slightly.
yes.
Right, yeah, we'll be going too much longer, but Sarah, you sent it to me on Facebook, did you? I just wanted to go through
I can
everything.
probably do it again.
No, I think I have it here.
No, I think I sent it to you on your phone.
Oh, did you? Okay, that's where it is. I want to read it off to people. Oh, there it is. I got you. Yeah, I got you. Aha, here we go. Okay, so the notorious graphic.
I'm good.
Okay.
See, don't I have all my
Oh, you do. So, yeah, but I can't say the names. But there's a buffet dinner even tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, baby. What
That's
can you tell us? what's
immediately
for dinner?
after the Red Beer show.
Greek food.
and assorted platters. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. He's got 2 under-breed patriots and 1 competitor.
Okay.
Hopefully the sound's a little bit better.
Primo in the house.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Nice. Very
Have
cool.
him on the show.
Oh, yes. Everyone on the show.
He's got joints.
Where did you just saw him? I was looking at the graphic.
Okay. Where are we at?
We're at, so there's speakers as well, starting tomorrow. Marc Emery, Brian O'Donnell.
And I believe we're actually going to put
Excellent.
Jody Emery, that we have right here. And we have comedians, we got Mike Rita in the house. Very cool.
Hunter Collins.
The whole VC crew essentially will be doing a comedy gig
We've got dessert at 9 p.m.
with a
Got
chocolate
like 20
fountain.
cakes.
Oh man,
20 cakes with dumpling.
20 cakes and a chocolate fountain.
Really does it us.
And are people allowed to like jump into the fountain, or is this just
Yes,
like
go naked.
yeah, go naked in the fountain? And then yeah, that would be a
Tradition.
And then from 9
I like the cheese one myself.
we have music. And it's music that they don't actually sing, so we can talk over it.
Oh, it's
Like
Stash
jam
Hat.
band. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Those guys are cool.
So
Mustache
hopefully we
Hat.
have a combination of being entertained and also being able to hang out with your friends.
Yes,
Because that's part of this whole thing. Is sometimes you're seeing people you don't see very often.
well, yeah. Well, we came from Vancouver. There's people from all over the community in Canada that have come here, and I like that at the Jeff's Cup as well. Pod TV,
reasonable price venue.
Pod TV knows that balcony very well because every year we go there, we have cans back there. It's a lot of fun back there.
That was the best spot. I didn't want to get to the show. Just stand up there the whole time.
It was really cool. Right up at the CN Tower, right next to it.
Every time I turn around, there was somebody I wanted to talk to.
Yeah. All your
Joins with the strain hunter.
Oh, that, they used to come to the early ones. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that there's not a Treating Yourself Expo or a Champs Expo coming back to Toronto now. It's hard with these expos, I think, to make a buck. This is kind of the strains. Are people really come out for these ones? It could be the Karma Expo at some point. I think that convention center is a little expensive.
It's super expensive, and they also make you pay like a lot of money to bring their stuff in and take it out.
Yes.
60 cents.
By the union.
Yeah, buy the shop.
Yeah, that's...
Prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, but it is fancy in there, and it did give, when Marco was doing it there, I think that brought a lot of attention because it was there. Yeah, people were just legit or whatever, right? So, yeah. So, and then on Sunday is the awards ceremony, which is the big production.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon.
And what can you tell us about what's going to happen at the awards ceremony?
We're going to give out some awards.
I would imagine that should happen. That's profound. Absolutely profound.
You ask us something.
I know. I thought maybe there'd be something else
And the
happening
winners
besides
have the option to smoke out of their awards.
Depends on who wants to take part. There's like a sponsor show and tell. I had a couple sponsors that wanted to like make presentations. I'm like, okay, fine. There's a platinum sponsor.
There's no like, right.
So we'll see who wants to do that. I don't know.
Photo ops, I see it says though.
Yeah, like after we give out the awards.
And meet and greet with you.
I didn't write that.
With you, Jared.
You could that was from Tracy. Yeah. Tracy made a schedule.
Jared will be accepting hugs.
I will absolutely meet whoever you bring in.
Have Mark
Bring your
sign
grandma.
it, you know? We can take pictures and pretend what the iPad thing.
Yeah. So what's this iPad photo booth deal?
It's like
It's like a speaker's corner kind of thing.
just like an iPad with software.
And where's this going to be mounted?
Well, it's that dude over there is playing with it right now.
Oh, cool.
It's my iPad. My pictures and then
I want to steal your idea for our lounge.
yeah.
That's really cool. We've talked about something like that
And then
before.
I have a thing on the bottom that says my logo and I have one that's
You ready to go?
Wow, that's so
Send it to
cool.
yourself by email or put it on your list.
Oh yeah, I'm stealing that idea.
Coming in.
That's really cool.
Coming in.
Oh, Brittany's getting tired over there.
Yeah,
Thanks,
switching
Britt.
cameras.
You're amazing. Yeah, we don't need to go for too much longer on this. I mean, we went over the details, and I mean, we've already talked like on 5.
Jarrett just blacked out. I see nothing on your screen.
I'm just going to lift it straight up and then we'll come over.
Yeah, here, just do this. She's rolling.
Cool.
There's
Here we go.
Jeremiah.
See what's going on there? Nice dab for y'all.
Curb cap. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that taste? Describe the terpenes.
Lemonade, high in the lemonade. Orangey, very orangey flavor. Delicious. It's high in the register. It's I can feel the back of my upper.
Sativa, I'm sensing from you here, Martha.
It's definitely got a bit of that Agent Orange kind of punch to it.
Yeah.
It tastes like Tangy from DNA. But I'm not saying that's what it is. I don't know what kind of shatter. I know nothing. But that's the kind of flavor.
Good guess. Good guess.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I could be completely off, but who knows. I like it a lot because those orange flavors are actually my favorites. So I'm in heaven right now. That was a nice dab. Red beer, good serve up.
Yeah, you betcha.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Your turn. Okay, here, I'll do you one. Or you can do yours. and,
sure, you
I'll hold the cam.
Looks like a nice size.
nice. Yeah, it is orangey, isn't it?
To see, yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
smooth.
Very nice. Good hit, Red
I
Beard.
dare say hazy almost.
Yeah, you were right about this sort of sativa-ish feel to
Sativa
it.
feel to it for sure.
Yeah, very nice.
Put this back. Okay, one down, 99 to go.
Yeah.
99.
Wow. Jody?
I'll take a little. Where's Mark at?
No, it'll reach up there. You can do it on cam.
Right here.
Oh, I get
This one's got a quartz insert. That's the Genesis nail on there. Man.
Oh, okay, we'd love to try it. Thank you. Can it reach? We'll set it right here. Jody's up next.
Yeah, here, I'll get the cam.
Here's your little dab.
Just a carb cap for it here.
Yeah, do you want me to do it for you? I'd love to. Right here.
Dab and Jody Emery.
Smoothie.
I don't taste the citrus that you guys said. No citrus. It's
You know?
more piney, like a creamy pine. I don't know. Taste buds are always different.
I got that on the aftertaste. I'll agree with you. I can taste pine now. My first instinct was orange.
I always, usually I taste pine when I smoke weed. I'm always like, ooh, that's piney. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was smooth as hell, for
And
sure.
that helps with the temperature of the nail. When I see people with the torches, as a glass blower, like, I know that it's so hard to gauge the temperature of that nail, so it's such a harsh hit. The
Oh,
electric
and Mark's
nails
in the
are...
house.
Mark,
Okay, that's infused.
would you like to try...
Hey, Mark.
Infused mango status. And this is more drinks that have tea.
What do you got there, Mark? Show it to Pot TV.
Oh, well, this is infused tea I'm drinking, 40 milligrams peppermint.
Wow.
And then this is a mango grape juice. The bottle has 140 milligrams of THC and 30 milligrams of CBD, which is interesting.
Wow.
And it also comes in grape juice and punch. And then this is kind of a 180 milligram thing you can dissolve in any recipe to make brownies, cookies, and what have you.
Yeah.
And then this is a 100 milligram THC capsule with 6 milligrams of CBD. And there's more stuff too. That is somebody's experiment making the number 33 for a dissolvable candy. That actually has about 40 milligrams of THC. They actually have a lab for that. That's the Mary Jane company. Mary Jane's there. They have a laboratory and they make all sorts of specialized THC and CBD things, of which I have more. They also give me this nice cannabis coin, which I'll take out here.
Huh, cool.
That I'm seeing more and more of these coins around with cannabis leaves. So it's like we're developing an alternate currency. It's really nicely minted. It's meant to be an enlarged Canadian penny, except that's the cannabis leaf.
Oh, this is a different one than the one I saw before. The other one was very cool too, but this one is that looks great.
And then this is an oil that's about 250 milligrams of THC and about 40 milligrams of CBD. It looks like a suppository. And of course, when we were in Saskatchewan at the Saskatoon Prairie Medicinal Cup, we saw suppositories from the guys at Saskatchewan.
Pretty common. Well, it's a pretty common way of taking medicine.
Now this is 9.87 milligrams of CBD, which is pretty high, and just 0.7 milligrams of THC. So that wouldn't get you high, but that would really provide some great relief to someone who had spasticity problems or inflammation, or which could be cancer, Crohn's disease, any number of things. So, and that's just what I discovered on the way to this tent.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Mark, did you
there
see
is,
the
yes.
pack of stuff?
Yes, I did. I was with Cookie, Brian Purdue, earlier today, and he had one. And we had a microscope looking at it 40 to 80 times and saw fascinating things on some of them. including now most of it's spectacular. But when you've got a microscope that goes 80 times, you can see all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So we did see a spider mite on one. We did see a larvae on another.
Wow.
But most of them
It's
were...
like salads or vegetables and food.
Oh, it doesn't frighten me. Give that to me. I'll burn it right up, right?
yeah.
Because that which does not kill us will make me, in my case, stronger, I think.
It also indicates, I think, that they didn't use pesticides, which is something as well.
My
My organic garden has the odd.
Well, and I've got a great story about smoking some of the best weed of my life that was loaded with mites. In fact, mites overran the entire house and all the plants growing in it. So the guy abandoned it. And we went back 6 months later, and every plant was turned brown, and all the moisture had been sucked out. Millions of mites, because it was like 95 degrees. And mites reproduce at 13,000 to 1 every 10 days in temperatures 90 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, right? Whereas it's only 4 to 1 at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So there's radical difference. So the whole house is overrun with mites. They suck the juice out of everything, which you know they can do. I've had it happen. But when we went in there, everything was brittle, and the buds were just spiky trichomes with a lot of mites in them. So give me those trichomes, and I just burn it, and it was going pop, 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 pop. So I mean, each bowl had about 20 to 25 mites. Did I care? No, right? I wouldn't give it to Jody or to somebody like respectable. But like I wanted to get high. And the thing is, the pot was the most amazing pot because it had been stressed out, and that stress makes it the best, right? If
THC like
it
mad,
did.
gets
So
stressed out.
Yeah. Wow.
So
mites.
let's go show you when you really want to get high. And you got what you got, you're going to smoke it. Listen, I did terrible things when I was young. Back in Ontario, we're in Ontario now, all throughout the 1980s, you couldn't get good bud in the 1980s in Ontario. Okay, so I bought weed oil. I'd buy it in these 1 gram vials, and I'd buy 10 of them for $100, about $10 each. And then you know what I did then? People just, I used to get people cigarettes, and I'd burn off the paper on the inside, and I'd have that foil. And then I'd put the weed oil in the foil, I'd crumple it up in a ball, and I'd light it in a pipe. And I did that for like 10 years. That's soft aluminum. That's probably as bad or dangerous as you can get, but I'm still standing, right? So how bad was it? I don't know. I did it like
still remember your name.
At all. Now, that was in the era when you did a lot of hash knives, because in Ontario, in the 1980s, if you knew a French-Canadian person, he could get you hash. There was no exception to this. Every French-Canadian person in the 1980s could get you hash. It's like they had a direct tunnel to Marseille, right? So in Ontario, you either got weed oil or hash, but there was no good bud. It was all shitty bud. There was no sense of me in Ontario. It was like, and if you got some import, it was all ratty and stuff. So what the guys did is they took all that shitty weed and they probably made really good oil out of it. Because I remember it getting me off, and for $10 a vial, it was awesome, right? But, so don't do that at home. Don't take cigarette packaging in between, burn the paper off, and use the foil.
There you go. Words of wisdom from Marc Emery. Yeah, we used to smoke a lot of bad stuff like that, like rolling bunk up in newspaper and shit. I don't know why we did those things. You smoke what you got, like Marc said. So Marc's gonna dab now. This is Shatter 1, Marc.
Shatter 1.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Do you want me to get it for you?
Yeah, well,
I'll cap it.
I'm going to take part of it.
I've realized how important the capping is for the flavor.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
just wonderful. Just so needed.
Well, it does amazing things for the actual volume. Because of my infused tea, 40 milligrams, and
So that was Shatter Sample 1, Marc.
that was
Sample 1.
easy to digest.
What'd you think of it? What'd you think of the taste?
Well, here's the thing, the taste was fine. But you know what? You're asking a Philistine, candidly a Philistine. I know it's terrible, the Prince of Pot is a Philistine, right? But the fact is, I can't tell the difference between almost any one of these dabs. I'm honest enough to tell you that to me, that taste is not only so subtle as to be kind of indistinguishable, but I don't care anyway. I'm only concerned about getting off. It could smell like potpourri or it could smell like a dog's ass. But either way, I'm measuring about whether I get high, not what it smells. I've smoked strains called bat guano because it tasted like bat shit. Cat piss because it smelled and tasted like cat piss, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, where does that smell or taste come from? Did the cat really piss in it? But actually, cannabis has 10 smells and tastes. It has the metallics, the earthies, the florals, the fruities, the woodies, which include like pine. So cannabis is very unique in that it is a species that has multiple different subsections of smell. Not just because within the floral you have like the chamomile, the rose of it, and in the citrus you have pineapple, lemon, orangey smells, right? Well, there's no other species that has that many 100 different variations of smell that go from piney, woody to earthy, batshit, or the acrids, cat piss, right, or the florals, or the fruities, right? I mean, you keep going. You get a chart out that shows you all the different possible smells of cannabis, and it's pretty amazing that there's 10 major groups and then up to 15 flavors within each one of those
Yeah,
groups.
it is.
So,
It's a
you know,
varied
cannabis is a very perplexing, complicated plant that has evolved because of its marijuana knows how to manipulate humans.
Yeah.
It's almost like they invented prohibition, those plants, because that prohibition has helped make cannabis the most dominant plant on the planet. It grows in every jurisdiction, in every climatological area. It grows in the Arctic, it's growing in Antarctic. It grows at high altitude, low altitude, jungles. It grows out at sea. If you do it, it grows hydroponically, it grows in soil. So you're talking about a plant that is effectively used man. We have co-evolved together, effectively used man to spread it so that it's the number one dominant plant. And by making us do that, it's given us this tremendous benefit to make us so obsessed. People have died for this plant. People go to jail for this plant. People live or die based on whether they get this plant. This is a very important plant, and marijuana, cannabis sativa knows it. It's an intelligent, adaptable plant that manipulates humans in every possible place in order to grow it, and we think we're getting the benefit, and the plant thinks, no, I'm reproducing at a rate that's far superior to any other cultivated or wild plant, right? So the plant is achieving its objectives too, while we think we're achieving our objectives. And this plant is so smart, it even knows when there are no males around, because its primary directive is pollination. So it knows, in a big room, it knows that there's all females, it's picking up all those hormones, it knows there's no male hormone, so it'll produce a male if it has to. Every cannabis plant has recessed male genetics inside it, so if it needs to, it can self-pollinate if it has to. It's one of a number of major dioecious plants that have male and female, but if it has to, it can pollinate itself. So I've always found that even when you do a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50-pound crop, you should still find about 50 to 100 seeds in that total crop that somewhere where you weren't looking, that plant pollinated itself, right? With the idea that all things being equal, if it's outside, it's going to drop those seeds or the plant will blow away, or it's whatever effort it takes to reproduce. Your cannabis is always thinking of a way to thwart you, the human, because your job is to make sure it procreates. And it's making sure you do that with cuttings, with pollination, with seed manufacturing. I mean, here, in the old days, in the 70s, weed was bunk if it had seeds. And now we've got a multi-million, maybe one day multi-billion-dollar industry around raising cannabis seeds. The cannabis plant couldn't be happier at that development, that we have put such a high financial value on those seeds. Those seeds are more valuable than any other seed in the world. There is no plant where a seed gets $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. You don't see that. There's no other seed like that. Most other seeds aren't even that useful, right? You can't use apple seeds. Apple seeds have cyanide in them for a reason. But apples don't reproduce the generation they came from. Apples have recessed genetics that produce an apple from 1,000 years ago or longer. So nobody uses apple seeds. They have every apple tree you've ever heard of is done by a graft, by a cutter, right? And some plants never use a seed. Where cannabis is highly reliant on its adaptability through its seeds that we have determined are worth a lot of money, that guarantee we perpetuate the seeds throughout the whole world and over time.
Wow, that was great, Mark. Yeah, I do want to dab. That was really great.
I got some more stuff too.
Yeah, so that was
We're
awesome.
almost done Shatter 1.
Okay, here, I'll trade you.
I'll hold that.
Okay. Yeah, that was actually really fascinating.
And the one thing I was going to add as a grower, I've noticed exactly what you said, and it's if it's an 8-week strain, if you take it to 12 weeks, it will produce a hermaphrodite flower at its base usually, and it will pollinate itself. It's exactly what happens. And it's always if you take it really long, if you take it like a 21 weeks, if you just leave it on a branch, right before it dies, it will self. It's amazing, isn't it?
I could still have one more video.
Keep an eye on my chart.
The smoking thing.
There it is.
Nice piece. That
Yeah,
was great.
yeah, and that's off a quartz insert.
That was really cool.
So this is the glass we're hitting here.
Oh yeah, it was just cool to cycle
Yeah, it's a recycler with a grid perk. Let's try to get in on that for the viewers.
I love learning about the different names Red Beard for me constantly. All the little
There's so much to teach.
Yeah, there really is. All right, Pod TV. That was fun. We got some Emerys. We got some knowledge. We got some smoking dabs. All right. And now I got to do some other work here. I got to take some photos of this stuff. I really got to crack in this bag and take a picture of everything together.
Wow.
So I'm going to take a big, huge photo. Set it up on Pod TV. You're going back to the crowd cam. Yeah. Do you want to hold up the shirt?
What kind of coffee? That's why they're called. Okay, well, here's another cool thing. These are for Keurig coffee machines, K-cups, and they're infused coffee. So, like, that's
beautiful.
amazing.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And this is Mary's Java. So they got Mary with everything. So Mary thing, and they say their lab can make any kind of formula for any kind of food or beverage that you might want. They take things in from the outside and they can make it for you. All right, so that's pretty cool. It's like this peppermint tea. So here's another great thing from the West Coast, and this one's from Toronto. This, I don't know what you're checking, Cannabis, EC, I guess. So, yeah, there's no glycerin, that's THC oil that hits a heating element, and I guess it's disposable when you're done. That's pretty cool, and that's made locally here in Toronto. And this is also made in Toronto. It's a whole box of them, and 250 milligrams in 5 different little E-pens. It's Blue Domina, which is probably Black Dominant across the Blueberry, I gotta think. And they work in the same way, and that's a Juju joint. And this one is currently called iBuddy. Now, it needs a better name, so we'll work on that one. And that's what I've discovered before I've even seen the 100 samples that come with the judge's kit. Here, what is built as an elite cup event, not just for anybody, but for connoisseurs. And I've seen some of the judges get very serious.
How many samples is this?
That's 100.
100 if you include the topicals and edibles. 100 total.
Yeah. And are they?
Wait, I put one in the wrong side.
That's okay. I'll organize them. No, there's 100 here, and then the topical, and then here's
that's
the
what
other
I meant.
one.
So there's 50 here and 50 there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. So you've got. We're gonna have to go through this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through everything.
I know you're all envious, and I don't want to rub it in, but my God, look at it all, right? And I love the packaging. This is such cool packaging, right? I mean, you got to admire the professionalism here.
She seriously pays attention
now,
to the details.
I will say this: 100 samples cost $650, but when you think that seems to me like a gram and a half, it's an extraordinary bargain. It means each sample is approximately $6, and they're all well worth that and way more. I mean, and look at them, they're fascinating too. So we've got just 50 samples there.
At least.
So ubiquitous cannabis caramel corn.
I love it.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm really nervous about this. I've been toxified maybe 13 to 15 times in my life from over-dabbing. Some of it was my own fault, right? Sometimes I just, didn't say no when I should have said no. Other times I got vain, and for various publications like Details magazine, I did 8 massive bong hits for a photo shoot, and that made me flat out sick. And then when I did a sketch with the Trailer Park Boys, the director Jim Clattenburg wanted me to do a record-setting bong hit that made me the leader of the BC Marijuana Party, because the story was, for the sketch, that the person in British Columbia who could take the biggest bong hit without coughing becomes the leader. And I said, you want to see the bong hit that made me leader 3 years in a row? And
we're back. It's back, so we're good. We got it. There we go. So sorry about the interruption, Pod TVers.
Lost our connection.
Lost our connection.
Oh, here's Mike Rita.
Oh, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen of Planet Paradise, how's everybody doing? Make some noise, Planet Paradise! You guys are absolutely fantastic. We're having a great event here tonight. Planet Paradise is proud to have the Karma Cup. Are we all enjoying the Karma Cup, by the way?
yes!
By the smell of it, indeed we are. I think it's nice that we're all here. There's from everybody from Vancouver, from all across the country that's here. I think it's fantastic. I think everyone's happy to be here. I think it's great that the Blue Jay game is on, that we can all enjoy everything still think it's time that we bring up the person who has us all here. Let's give a big round of applause to the one and only Miss Sarah Sunday, everyone.
Possession level. But I think a lot of us should start selling weed next week. And I look at it this way. If they're going to legalize it if they're going to legalize it in 3 or 6 or 9 months, then every lawyer is going to say, Your Honor, we want to delay and adjourn this case until Parliament makes its mind up about the legal status of this substance. Since the governing parties have said they want to legalize marijuana, it will be a terrible waste of taxpayers' money and unjust to our national civil rights if we prosecuted a single additional individual after 2 million people have been charged in 45 years. So this could be the last time we are being civilly disobedient. Right? It could be, by this time next week, a completely legal thing for all of us to possess. And if it isn't legal by next Saturday, I know they're going to say, well, we need time. I don't think we should give them time. You said you were going to legalize it. Just tell the Attorney General, the Solicitor General, that there's to be no more charges, and that should be permanent. No new law that legalizes marijuana should have any allowance for anybody to go to jail. They say, oh, we're going to make it strict about who can sell pot. No. If you're making that strict that people go to jail still, it's not legal. You promised it would be legal. That means everybody can grow some plants. We can all consume whatever we want. Edibles will be sold in the corner store, just like the conservatives are told the Punjabi people in my community. Oh, there'll be marijuana corner stores everywhere. I sure hope it's true. Because I can tell you this. In Vancouver, we have 100 dispensaries, and we have 170 people that want to have a dispensary, and they're all busy. And what does that tell you? People are voting with their dollars. People are coming from all over the lower mainland into Vancouver to buy that pot. None of those people are closing shop for lack of demand. People want marijuana, and they're going to discover they want it more than ever. If they were to be able to see the kind of things that we're seeing here, and the kind of creams that are out there that can deal with arthritis and psoriasis and eczema and pain and all these neurological damage issues and spasticity disorders that they have that they can solve by taking CBD internally. All these incredible things are just coming to the public now. And they're going to be upset when they realize that they were denied this for 45, 50 years. 2 million people were charged, hundreds of thousands, including me. I've been in 28 different jails in Canada for cannabis, along with 6 in the United States for an extended tour of that country. Right? I've been arrested and jailed in 9 out of 10 of these provinces. Right? So when people say, and I don't want to tell you to go vote, I voted, I presume you're all going to vote, and I presume we're going to win on Monday. I presume, I am going to take for granted that this is a done deal, that people are finally going to change this government, and that the two parties that should form the government, or one of those two parties, is going to legalize pot and do it damn soon, and all the pressure we can put on them to make it happen even sooner is vital. So our job's not done. I'm just saying we could be on the threshold of magnificent, wonderful things. We've got an incredible industry that's just starting out. It's one day going to be the industry they say is the billion-dollar legal industry. It's coming. I've been impressed. I was talking on Pot TV about the carrot cups, infused coffee, infused tea, drinks here, infused popcorn, oils, candies, gums, gels. You know, every kind of possible delivery device is now available in Canada. And when we legalize it all and all the people find out how much benefit they can get, it's going to be spectacular. Adela Falk, nice to see you here from California. I want to commend you, Adela. You do tremendous work for prisoners. When I was a prisoner in the United States, you wrote me mail. You asked me if I needed anything. You sent me books. You cared. You had people sign cards to me, and I know you've done it for hundreds of others. You're doing some great work. I watched you lead people out of jail. And congratulations to you. You're one of the most needed things in our movement today is that people who care so much about prisoners, they'll give their life, your life, you devote so much time to helping people you have never met and don't know because of an injustice that's going on. Bless you and everybody else like you, and I'm so happy to be here, and I look forward to meeting you all, and thank you very much, Sarah Sunday, for inviting me. You are awesome. You produced a magnificent event, a historical event. I asked Sarah, I said, Sarah, do you know any other place that's had over 100 samples? Because you know what? I don't. I read about it, I researched it, I Googled it. She said, well, there's a place in Humboldt County that has one where they do 600. And I think, well, yeah, but isn't that like just a year-long kind of like neighborhood joke that goes on in those places? I don't really think you can call that a sample cut, right? That's just everybody visiting the neighbors, right, over a period of a year, right? So as far as I'm concerned, this is history. There's nothing else like this in the world. That's really not on the lovely intimate level we're having. But look at the packaging. This was, I saw the word elite event, and that's quite a statement when somebody says, this is an elite event. This is like, that's admitting this is intended to be the greatest, highest level that it can be. And I believe Sarah's achieved that. And I think it's a magnificent achievement to be able to put that together, get it all done, have it all happen, and in totally obvious circumstances, and we're all still standing, we're all free people on the threshold of some great historical moment in our country's history. Thank you very much, Sarah Sunday. It's a wonderful, magnificent thing.
Elaborate on one thing Marc said. Well, it wasn't really said, but I'm sitting there tagging my photos of this event, and it's all Sarah Sunday. She's the face of it and the organizer, and that's very brave. And I just want to say, that's like really putting yourself out there. That's taking a risk that I would not take myself. I'm not that brave. I think it's very impressive and admirable that you would do this and bring us together like this, because community counts, and community gets the movement where it needs to be. So it's great to see familiar faces and to know a lot of people are watching that can't come, but they can dream about this being a regular sort of occurrence like every other industry gets to do when they celebrate and gather. And I think it's amazing. I'm so grateful you brought us out here. You're a very brave, incredible woman. You might seem shy, but then you do huge things with your actions. So thank you, Sarah.
Wow. Thank you to everybody who helped me out. Canada-wide dispensary in Market. Check them out. Heavenly Days. I don't see Dave or Ro here, but yeah, they're awesome. Beard Brothers. I believe they'll be here tomorrow, and they're going to dab us down, and it'll be swag, and it'll be wicked. Yeah. Crop King Seeds. Yeah, great guys. Support lots of people in the community. Good guys. Off the venue here, Planet Paradise. Thank you, Planet Paradise. Establishment, thank you. These last gifts. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the money. Favor Central, another fabulous pot venue in Toronto. We all know Favor Central, don't we? Yay! And last but not least, the Latin spot is Bogart Extractors. Yes. Favor, closed root, and mine. Closed root for professionals. Okay, so we've got both sponsors. Quench. I don't see any of those guys around, but you guys. Can do. Amy. Not oh well. We'll see her tomorrow at Vapor Central, and we'll party, and we'll thank her then. And she'll appreciate it. Remo News, thank you, Remo, for coming today. I love you guys. And your support. Always,
Urban grower.
Yes. Jay, Kitchen, Uptown Grow Lab, thank you very much. You've got some wicked awesome books tomorrow. We'll be giving away, and then just so lucky to have one. Jonathan and Unicorn Grand Foods, Amber, they're still here. Hi, thanks. Everybody. We're going to have a sampling event. You're going to get to taste their delectables in the next couple of days. Culture Rising in London, awesome shop. Check them out. You guys, big supporters. Patrick likes them. Okay, so silver. I'll try to move faster. Pure Hemp. Good guys. Don't use it anymore, right? Good rolling papers. Exotic Seeds. Good seeds. Toronto Hemp Company. Good stuff. THC, Honest Connoisseur. They have all sorts of good stuff. Check out their website. Instagram as well. DC Bud Depot, Thompson Caribou, they make extracts, wicked extracts. Hamilton Vape, excellent vape lounge in the city of Hamilton. iBliss, thank you. Cannabis Stores in Canada, Free After Cats, Dirty Dave.
Dirty Dave!
Yes!
Yeah.
Meditainer.
I got one of Dirty Dave's right
Cannabis
here.
Culture.
Yay, we love
Yay. Twin Dog, Toronto Passion Club, Jordan Islands, Island Farm, Medman, Boss Favorite Code.
Medman.
Boss
Yeah.
Favorite Code. Yep.
Hey, boss.
Green Candy Press, American Genetics, Pixie Dust, and Wicked Bakery, and Wicked Bakery. I promise I won't do that again and one long thing ever again.
No, it's good. No, it's good. Yeah.
That was too arduous. I can't ever do that again. And I won't force you to do that again.
No, you should. You can do that.
Okay. Too small of a thank yous. Okay, so
That's okay.
you had enough talk. I'm boring. Smoke some weed. Judge, figure it out. Fill out the ballots. The deadline is tomorrow. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Pertinent information rather than just blather. It's tomorrow, Saturday, midnight, 11:59. If you want to be precise about things. Midnight for the colloquial types. Yeah, so please fill out your form. Go to the URL that's on the back of your judge's pass. There's also a username and password there. Use that to fill it in. Do it all in one go. Don't bother with continuing later or anything that's annoying like that. Just like marathon it out, fill it all out in one go, and then press finish. If you have a problem, there's an email on the voting page. You'll get a response promptly. Okay. Thank you.
What do you think, Jeremiah?
After I got the accolades. As soon as I got some accolades.
Very smooth. Yeah, no, great work. This is fantastic. Looks good. All right, Pod TV, I think we'll sign off.
Go sign off or set it up to watch the
I
crowd.
think we should probably sign off for now because we've got a lot to do. But
Okay, well,
Pod TV, that was really awesome. Everybody is going to have a lot of fun here at the Karma Cup all weekend, and you guys are going to have fun with us because you can watch it on Pod TV tomorrow as well and Sunday.
Are we signing in later on tonight, or is that pretty much it?
Checking in a bit. I can't say exactly when.
Yep.
We've got some work to do.
Stay tuned.
But stay tuned, and we'll be back.
And watch our social media.
And exactly, watch the Twitter feeds, watch the Instagram feeds, and watch Tracy. Look at the shirt.
Fuck Harper.
Thanks to Opus Live, Lifestyle Show.
Yeah, because any way you take it, that's a great shirt. That guy obviously ain't getting any.
No.
Yeah.
I figured this shirt is actually only relevant for a few more days, and then it'll be packed away with this shirt.
Yes, we're hung on the wall.
Eventually, all of the t-shirts of my career when marijuana was illegal will eventually become illegal. Shirts, my Pot TV shirts, my Cannabis Culture shirts, my Red Canadian Glass Gathering t-shirts are going to end up on that book.
That's such a cool idea.
Yeah.
You could do that with all kinds of different t-shirts, you know? Like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Well, actually, people like this with the lucky one. So what do you do with them,
I
right?
have t-shirts too. I like
So I've now started cutting the tops off of the shed so I can store them, and they will eventually all get rid of
Very cool. Yeah, Tracy Curley, awesome. And we're saying bye to Pod TV right now. We're tuning in later. Bye, Pod TV.
Okay, bye for now.